Hi guys, I'm Chelsea.
I'm Christelle.
And we're Blondie's Kitchen.
Welcome back to another video with us. So today we're going to show you our simple brownies, but these just have been taken up a level with Ferrero Rocher, Nutella and Kinder bars. This is all for your decadent Christmas party that you're about to throw. You want to get something that looks delicious and looks like you've made so much effort.
When actually
you didn't.
First up, we're going to go over to the hob and we're going to melt our butter, so come with us.
We're going to get our pan on the stove and we're going to put this up to a very high heat. We're going to add in the butter, plonk it all in. So it's 250 grams of butter, which is literally one packet of butter, so you don't even need to measure this out. So when we put this on a high heat, we want to really melt it and we want to brown the butter. We always speak about browning butter, and what this does, this brings out a nutty flavour. It's slightly more mature, and I think you're really going to appreciate the smells that are about to release into your kitchen. So you want to start to listen. You can hear the little bubbles starting to boil, and we really want to make this hot because the residual heat of the butter is going to melt our chocolate. Right, that looks perfect. Now let's get the chocolate in.
So our chocolate is ready to go in.
Okay, now I'm going to swirl this.
The heat of the butter is just going to melt that chocolate so amazingly. It's going to just start to flood around and look like a pool of, literally it's a chocolate swimming pool. Now we can leave that to the side and we're going to mix together our eggs and sugar.
So we're going to go in with our sugar. Not gold, we've actually got caster sugar today.
Very on us.
Very on us.
It's what we could get, but it shouldn't make a difference. Then we're going in with 5 eggs.
So I know it sounds really silly, but if you've never cracked an egg before, all you do is tap it on the side of the bowl, use your fingers to separate the egg and let it drop straight in.
And if you get any shell in there, don't panic. You can just use 1/2 of the shell to scoop out any extra shell in there. And there's your last one.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Uh-oh.
Don't know what that accent was. Yeah.
Then we need a whisk.
And we're just going to combine these together. We're not looking to create any volume or aerate this mixture. We're simply looking to combine it all together. So you don't need to get the electric beaters out for this. Your hands will suffice. Beautiful work.
And that is done.
And once that's combined, we can add our melted chocolate mixture to our eggs and our sugar. Heaven. Is there anything better?
No. Right, then we're gonna whisk that bit slowly.
Very slowly.
Take that moment in.
And how easy is that? That's basically our base brownie minus the salt. Just a generous pinch. We always season our sweet bakes with salt. It's so important for balance. And then we're going in with a bit of flour.
Really funny story. I once gave Chelsea's fiance this recipe who was making it for us years ago, and I forgot one of the key ingredients.
Which one?
It was the sugar.
No, you didn't.
Sugar or flour, and he phoned you screaming, being like, I don't understand, this recipe isn't working.
That's so
like,
funny.
It had split and it was like, wasn't
went
sweet
terribly
or something.
wrong.
So always remember all the ingredients.
Yeah, so last but not least, we're going in with some plain flour.
It's 170 grams.
Not very much compared to the overall mixture, but brownies never need lots of flour because otherwise they just end up like sponge cake.
You love a sponge.
Love a sponge. So give this a really good stir to combine because you want to make sure you don't have any horrible flour pockets in there.
And if you do, just tell them it's part of the recipe. No, give it a good old mix.
And then we've got our brownie tin lined here with some parchment. This is just a standard size brownie tin. It's all I do is laugh now when I give everyone the different options. But no, this is a 20 by 24 brownie tin.
So we're going to set this aside for a minute because the star of our brownie is this.
This is not an ad.
I actually don't even like these, but I do like them as a recipe.
Can't beat a Ferrero Rocher.
So what we're going to do is half of the packet. Move this out of the way. Half of the packet is going to go into the base of our brownie. So
let's get peeling.
Chuck them in.
We're just chucking them in whole?
Yeah, and then I'm going to crush them with a fork.
Amazing.
And you'll like that part.
It's so hard not to eat them. Perfect. So now you're going to crush these bad boys?
No, you are.
Oh, am I? How then?
Go on, like this.
Oh, you're so much stronger than me.
Push down.
I don't know.
Are you actually for real?
I'm so for real.
Okay, right.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Okay. Come on.
How do you make that look so easy? I think if I do that with the back of a glass, I'd just squash them.
What are you talking about?
I don't feel like I can get the motion. Shall I try again?
Come on.
Bit better. Maybe it's because I'm using my right hand and I'm
Why are you
left-handed.
using your right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think it's quite fun?
It's really fun when you hear it kapow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So now you've got your Ferrero Rocher rubble.
Perfect.
And then what we're going to do, you hold that fork,
Sure.
please.
We're going to go over with our batter. Oh, wow.
Right, so get all of that brownie mix in. Try not to get it on the sides. Chelsea, so what you're going to do is you're going to get the rubble and start mixing it through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just so it goes through a bit more evenly. If you get any on the side, just wipe it off.
Because you don't want it to burn.
Don't want it to burn.
I think that's good. I think we've got a good mixture of Ferrero Rocher rubble all through the batter. Now what?
Let's get this in the oven.
We're going to get this on a middle shelf in the oven, 175 degrees for around 30 to 35 minutes. But we're going to test it. So what you're looking for is a nice cracked sealed top with a very slight wobble in the middle so you get fudginess from it. But if it takes longer for you, keep it in the oven. And here we have our cooked brownie.
Can you see it's all level, one even, gorgeous, glossy chocolatiness.
Slight crack on top, you want that, that's a proper brownie. And now we're going to show you how to turn it from a brownie
into basically a dessert.
Yeah, into the best brownie dessert ever.
Okay, so what you want to do,
and we let this cool, by the way. So ours came out the oven, we let it cool completely, and now we're ready to VA VA VOOM it up.
So I'm just going to take it off the grease-proof paper because we're going to slice it.
Amazing.
Be careful because it is crumbly. Would you mind lifting
Not at all.
the paper off?
There we go.
Go straight onto our board. And I'm going to slice this. So the way I'm going to decorate this is slightly different. I'm going to portion it and then I'm going to decorate, and you'll see why.
Yeah,
You will see.
will.
I mean, it is a bit messy while we're doing this, but I'll clean up after. Okay, so how many should we cut this into?
I
do
think we
big
should
ones?
cut it into 12.
So you do
Three.
the maths.
So it's 4 across, 3 down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks even.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's always good if you count how many brownies you're going to get out of your big brownie before you start cutting, so that you know what you're going in with and you can make your incisions. Otherwise, you can end up with a big one, a small one, and then people just get really annoyed when they get a small one.
Chelsea would be furious.
Beaming. Yummy.
Give it a wiggle.
And if you were making these ahead for a dinner party and it was going to be your brownie dessert, you can simply get them to this stage, get them in the fridge or cling film them and leave them at room temperature and decorate them in front of your guests.
Yeah.
That'd
So
be
I just
cool.
want to show you what one looks like before we start decorating it, and I feel like, oh my God, look at that fudginess.
Perfect.
You go for a middle one. The middle ones are always the gooey ones.
There are people that love an end and there are people that love a middle. I'm a middle.
Thanks for that, that's great knowledge.
It's so true though, isn't it? Some people don't like the middle.
No, but you'll see there's little bits of the Ferrero Rocher that we broke up, and when you bite in and you get one of them, it's like, what have I just got? Okay,
Piece
so
of heaven.
now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a piping bag. We're going to fill it with this bad boy.
Now, if you're allergic to nuts or you don't like Nutella, you can use chocolate spread.
And then you hold off with the Ferrero.
True.
So we want to get our Nutella out the jar.
Wow.
Into the piping bag. You squeeze down with your hand.
Thank you.
If you're thinking this is a lot of chocolate, a lot of sugar, it's Christmas.
That's your answer to everything at the moment.
It's Christmas. This is the only time where it's acceptable to eat chocolate for breakfast. Oh, God.
So the reason we cut them all first was so that it was much easier when we pipe onto them now with the gorgeous Nutella, and every single one then gets an even coating and you don't mess it all up once you've cut them after. So just keep going with that zigzag back and forth motion across every single brownie, and it just adds such a dimension to them. They look so 3D. And that step is complete. And now we're ready to decorate these bad boys. So we've sliced our Ferrero Rochers in half so you can see the cross section of them. We just think it looks amazing. And we've got some pieces of Kinder Bueno that we're gonna top them with. You don't have to do this the way we are. We're just piling them both up to make them look like really overloaded, incredible brownies. And finally, the finishing touch is just a pinch of sea salt flakes on every brownie, because there's nothing better than that sweet, fudgy brownie with the hit of the Nutella to be finished off with a salty balance.
And now you have our final product. I mean, if you got this, you cannot tell me that you wouldn't be like,
give
wow.
me one now. These are our incredible Ferrero Rocher indulgent brownies, and we can't wait to hear what you think. Please like and subscribe.
Tag us in your photos.
We love to see all of your amazing recipes that you create, and we can't wait to hear what you think.
I'm in love with them. Should we put them on our menu in Selfridges?
That is the question. Comment below if we should. See you guys.